Hello, hello, hello. Happy Sunday, you guys. And yes, it is game day. I am Saints ready. Yeah, this is I've worn this in the video one time before. This is a cut off but shoulder type of shirt. So since the sun is out today, so it's not as cool as it has been. But a cool front came over the weekend, so that was a big, change. But it felt good. I love the weather. I say that in every video, so I loved it. But this is just keeping me warm underneath here. So, um, yeah, rush home. Get ready to watch the game. Hubby went to go get some food, which I am going to cook today. But actually, I'm looking out the window. Here he comes right now. Why you ringing that doorbell? I'm right here. Hey. Yeah, so he went and got some food for us because I didn't get a chance to um start the food because we just, like I said, we hurried and rush home. Um, he dropped me off and he ran out to go get the food. So we're gonna eat that. And I think after the game, then I'll start cooking. At least that'll be for later and also for tomorrow. So here is the New Orleans Saints. I'm kind of upset because we're only at 6 and we're playing the Atlanta Falcons. Now it's on commercial. I sad to say, but truthfully, when was that? Friday night, I had a very small kind of, I won't say a seizure, it was not a seizure, an MS flare where my body literally just felt just very awkward and crazy. Um, yeah, but I came through that. It did not last long. I would say about maybe 3 minutes, but it felt like 30. But I came through it and I had a very small fever, but I'm doing better. I am allergic to tetanus. So if you see these little marks here, not just this thing, it's my scar from the surgery. But being allergic to tegaderm, that's something that I knew before I started wearing tegaderm. So I haven't had tegaderm in maybe around 4 months now. So a lot of times I just get regular bandages that I might get from Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, um, Dollar General, and those things are fine for me because they are non-allergic and they are perfect. And the hospital has some that are very large that covers the forecast as the ones I get from the stores as well. And that's not hypoallergenic. That won't have any reaction, so it all works out. But this week here, I was informed and I was very upset about it that they are no longer allowing the patients with to come home with the come home access. So if you're not having a machine at home or whatever like that where you hook to the IV pole or you give yourself medication, they do not allow you to leave access. I don't know how many kind of illness out there for you, whatever works for you. If you do, your home medication, whatever that may entail. But for me, I do not do any home medications as of that. The reason why it's so upsetting for me is because my doctor, my neurologist, that wanted me to get the Portacat, he and I came to this agreement a long time ago where my chest being so sensitive, it's easier for me to stay access instead of having to every single time when I go to the hospital for my infusions that I have to constantly get re-access. And he said he didn't have a problem with it because you keep it in for 7 days, so we were good. But now they have this brand new change, and it's like it really frustrated me. But in order to get my infusion, you had to do an IV. The problem with me and IVs is that since I've been going through this illness since 2016 when all of this first started. I've been having IVs for the longest. I've had it in my hand, I've had it in the arm area here, I've had it here, and that's the most hardest spot ever. But I've had them everywhere, and over the years, my veins have just come accustomed to saying, we don't want to work anymore, we're retiring, we're done. And you can call a top of the line IV team specialist to come in. They can touch it. They can use the special lights. All of them have troubles sticking my stick in my veins. So if I could go through all this craziness and ups and downs, to watch this person, I'm gonna lose my mind. Guess what? We're all in this together. So you have a friend, you have a sister, you have a cousin. No matter your background, no matter what your race, we're here for each other. So let's go check out the game and see what hubby has brought for us to eat because I am hungry. So you see this on my face a lot of times. I don't know if you guys can hear me sometimes. I'm having it on my face. So I put them down so we'll be able to understand each other.
And he's already almost finishing. So what is this? Carne asada, macaroni?
No, it's not carne asada.
Steak?
It's beef.
Beans?
Different.
What's this?
Beef.
Meatball?
Meatball.
Meatball
Spaghetti,
and
tortilla.
tortilla. Okay. Awesome. So spaghetti. I had some Tostinos, and I gave to my dad and to my nephew, and I also had some chips, and you can see this right there. I have chips there, and Powerade over there. Then we had that choice there, water, better plates. I had some cinnamon rolls. So what is on the meal today is I'm going to do some vegetables here. Also have some more canned vegetables in the closet, in the pantry. So that'll be enough for today and tomorrow. Waffle fries. I think about Chick-fil-A waffle fries. What's another place that have waffle fries? I'm kind of drawing the blank, but there's a lot of good places that have waffle fries, and I love it. And I'm also I have some fish fillets, golden fish fillets, and I'm going to make some fish sandwiches today. I have the hamburger buns right here. We have a lot of cereal. Hamburger buns here. I have that. You got something about to eat and check it with you guys later. Nom, nom, nom. Hey, you guys. Happy Tuesday. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I kind of look a little just exhausted right now. Today is Tuesday. I have my mask on because I just took my medication. So, this is for precautionary measures for me to stay protected. And just not feeling well from taking my medication. But I'm coming back to finish the video because I was originally going to finish the video on yesterday, Monday, and upload it today, Tuesday, but this won't be uploaded until Wednesday. So when you see this, reason being for that is unfortunately on yesterday, well, before we get to that, happy Veterans Day. Well, just Veterans Day in general to, every soldier, you know, every veteran that's here that has passed on, rather, you're the one that's watching. Thank you so much for your sacrifice, for your service, for your love, for the country to protect all of us, for the rights and freedoms to celebrate and to be at peace. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so as I was saying, on yesterday, I was going to finish the video and then upload it today, Tuesday. But no, I unfortunately had a major issue that happened. Major. I was at my Monday appointment. When I was getting ready to make a video, I had to go to the emergency room because my nurses saw me having I blacked out. I was nauseated. They said I was having a seizure and I was just staring off in space. So then they called rapid response. So that canceled the whole idea about making a video. Because as I was getting ready to, I was just talking to my nurses about having just random conversations, just drawing my time talking with them. And I didn't want to put them on camera. But once we was finished, I was just going to talk to you guys when they got ready to close the door. And it happened. So I don't know exactly how it happened. I think maybe it was my porta cap that was having issues because one of my nurses had to access me twice because the first time she put it in a little bit on the right side, it was giving her some trouble, some drawback. So the blood wouldn't come out. You have to always clear the line before you are able to do the medication. So you have to get the blood, get the first draw out first, and then you flush the line before you start doing your medication. So once she put it a little bit over to the left, it started to work well. But I felt like a tight kind of pressure in my neck area up here, where it was like maybe somebody was just holding me or just, pushing their weight down on me. So I remember, us were just talking, we were just talking about persons and, upcoming, with the holidays right around the corner, and just feeling that throbbing pressure, it was just nuts. And I remember telling my nurse I couldn't breathe, and my oxygen dropped down below 70, and then my blood pressure went up to 150 over 130. Then it dropped down to 80 over 65. So there were first, it was too many things going on. Your my oxygen was not doing well. Then my pressure was too high. Then it dropped too low. So as I'm just in and out, when I'm going through a seizure, I can hear people talking to me, but I cannot respond and answer. So as I'm doing this, I can see about 15 to 20 people besides my two nurses that was in the room and another nurse that was on the floor that, that has been with me before. I could see them, but I couldn't talk to them. And they asking questions, where are you? What is your name? What city do you live in? What state do you live in? What is today's date? What year is this? Some things I could answer, a lot of things I couldn't. I was just like I was an alien in another world. So they transferred me out the chair and they put me in a wheelchair and brought me downstairs to the emergency room, where I kept going in and out. They had to keep pushing me back because my body was so weak. I was about to fall out of the wheelchair. So as I'm still out of it, I could see about maybe 10 nurses once we got downstairs to the emergency room. They was all getting ready. They was putting their gloves on and everything. So once I got in the room, they just really just took into action. My nurse was able to contact, Ever and my mom. It really just happened so quickly. Just everything just escalated. Felt that pain, and then had the blank stare of seizures, and the 911 rapid response team, and so many people in my room. And then they rushed me downstairs. Like I said, you have everyone in there. Just it was an ordeal to go through, but they was just really just doing a job trying to help me. And then my porta cat started to bleed, so they couldn't access it. So they put this big long, I thought it was a PICC line, but it wasn't, but it felt like a PICC line because my arm is still sore now. So my arm it's better than it was yesterday, but it's still very tender and sore. So they put it over here in the right arm. Now this mark you see here, that's from the PICC line that I had last year for 6 months. But if you see a little bit closer, right there, you see that spot there? That's the one that they did to give my medication and everything, to give me the Zofran and to give me the other medication while I was in it. Maybe, it was a seizure, but I don't think that was the problem. I think, but my porta cat was acting up and giving my nurse a lot of trouble. That's the pressure I felt in my neck. So I kind of just put one to one together, even though they didn't know what was going on. To me, that's what I felt while I was talking to my nurse, one of my nurses, before the initial attack happened. So that's to me what I feel that had this transpired. But the craziest thing about it was this is the second attack. On Sunday night, when I was laying in the bed, nothing bad. I was just literally laying across the bed. He was laying in the bed, reading, and I was laying across the bed, looking at some Thanksgiving recipes, and I was laying on my stomach, and I just started to just feel out of breath, and I had a very short, minor seizure where it didn't last long. Ever was right there to get me out of it and to help and assist me. So I'm so grateful for that. And also my dad was home too. So it all worked out. But it's just crazy how to lay on my stomach. I just thought that sometimes, it's not an unnatural thing that can happen. You lay on your stomach and then you could get out of breath. But I've never had that issue before. So I asked the emergency room doctor, because I've been having gastroparesis, could that be an issue. And if you have gastroparesis and ever had any problems with respiratory problems with your lungs, having shortness of breath, not being able to breathe, just put a one-to-one together, because what I do is there's such a big, vast space before I see my doctors. So I'm always keeping a diary, not just a video journal that I can go back and look at this here and show my doctors of, what, this is what I said, at this day and this time of what I was going through. But I also write it down where they can look at my book and they can say, okay, well, this date, this time, you was feeling this, and then we can corporately together put our minds together to figure out some kind of a solution. So to me personally, that's what I feel. I don't feel like that's what happened yesterday. I feel that what was Sunday, I always deal with the struggle of gastroparesis with, with the early satiety, the early fullness, always feeling nauseated. I alternate between, to tell you the truth, constipation and diarrhea. So that is super unfortunate, but it's just part of the process. I'm always feeling like I have to throw up, or there's indigestion, feeling like not a heartburn, but something like it's about to come up, and feeling like maybe that could start impacting my breathing. So a great thing about this here is that I'm already scheduled to see my GI doctor, what that is, next Monday or Tuesday. I don't really know. Able to soothe a lot of questions and things that I have when I be able to see him. Next week. You guys, I definitely forgot to tell you guys about maybe 2 weeks ago. I had I went to go see my blood doctors, my hematology doctors. My blood work has been very awkward. We're dealing with the medication that I'm on. My white blood cells, a lot of times they take a nosedive, but then they go back to being kind of stable. So it's always the either or, where they tired, where they're too low, or what they're called, low normal. That really makes me angry, because they don't take it seriously enough to give my immune system enough boost, because I'm on this medication that suppresses it. So I'm always having this on, where I'm going to have to be careful about everything that's going on in my life. My white blood cells are down. So is my hematocrit. So is my hemoglobin. My doctor called me last Tuesday to tell me don't take any more vitamin D, because vitamin D is very, very important in the aid of healing with having MS. But my levels are way too high, so I do have prescription for him. So I'm laying off of taking them right now. So he said don't take. I'm kind of getting out of breath, you guys. I just wanted to just come in and finish the video. I will come back and talk to you guys a little bit later. I'm about to go and finish resting, because technically I'm on bed rest for these next 2 days. Okay, let's do this again. Was not feeling well, and then the phone started ringing. Okay, always remember that you are bold, that you are strong, that you are a winner, that you're a warrior, and you are a survivor. You're better coming out the storm than you first went in the storm. Never give up, and never, ever, ever surrender. This has been Jubilation Joy. Much love, much peace to you guys, and I will talk to you guys again very, very soon. Keep your eyes open and keep a better lookout for the brighter day on the horizon just for you. If you didn't have a great day, guess what? There's always a better day on the oncoming for you on tomorrow. I didn't get a chance to say that earlier, so I'm saying it now. Besos.